Yo everyone, welcome back to my channel. So on this video I want to share with you the reasons why I'm saying like why you can't escape the matrix. You understand? You check. I'm going to give you reasons why I'm saying you won't be able to escape the matrix, especially this third dimensional reality. You understand? So what I've came to understand is no, this is pretty much obvious. Obviously there's the top, the elite people who are at the top, who get everything first, who have access to everything first, the information, everything. They are those at the top, you understand? And then we might consider them maybe the rich and stuff like that, because they have all the resources, they have all the information, you understand? And then you have, it's like a pyramid, you understand? There's those at the top there who have access to everything, and then they'll just give whatever that's they'll just share with everybody else whatever that they feel is enough for everybody else, and usually they won't share equally with everyone, understand? They'll make sure that whatever that they share, most of the power remains with the remains in their hands, you feel me? So this is what I came to understand, that as much as this is a pyramid, it's like a pyramid scheme, there are those who have access to everything. If there's danger that's going to happen to our planet, there are those people who receive the information before even the media receive the information. And if they feel like the information has to be censored and stuff like that, has to be some parts has to be eliminated and stuff like that, they will do that. And when the information reaches the mainstream and the global platforms, then most of the people who are at that scale, who are at the lower scale of this pyramid, they will receive the most saturated information, you understand? By the time the information reaches that point, a lot of people would have made would have corrupted it in so many ways, you understand? Because that's how people are. They just want to make money. So whatever information that they get from those elites, they'll think that it's the biggest thing that they've got, and they'll also want to put pieces of it out there or just find ways to monetize it, you understand? So that's how it goes. So now that's one of the reasons why you won't be able to escape the matrix no matter what you do, you understand? So information is not only information and resources, there's a lot of things, you understand, that we are not exposed to yet, or that have not been exposed to us yet, you understand? So the information part is the most important part, because if you can look at it, these people know information that is all about us, you understand? They know information that is all about humans and mankind and thyself, all the information that is out there in the world that has ever been, a saying that goes nothing new under the sun, you understand? So there's literally nothing new under the sun, guys, you understand? So each and every info, even if you can find information on the internet right now, that information has long been somewhere, you understand? I'm not talking about news, because even the news, I don't even watch the news, you understand? Because news is not information. Information is the thing that you learn about yourself through, you understand? So I don't want to say information is books and stuff like that. I'm just gonna say the thing that you learn about yourself through. So information could be meditation. When you meditate, you get information straight from the universe, you understand? So even that information about the meditation, it's so saturated, so much saturated, that now at this point people think that meditating and opening your chakras and stuff like that is this like evil thing, Illuminati thing. You understand? Me also growing up, I used to think like, that eye of Horus, that eye on the dollar bill sign, that third eye on the pyramid was like some evil thing. If you, I thought like if you look at that eye, maybe for like every day, like if you become obsessed with that eye, you're gonna end up being like a gothic, a satanist and stuff like that. You understand? But that's how I was programmed. But me, I've always been woke. You understand? So like I'm just saying, initially when I started being exposed to this information, that's how I realized that what, there's something wrong. Because if this eye is for the Illuminati, then what is it that they're using with it that we don't know about? You understand? So I was like, maybe let me just take out the veil and look up for myself what is happening. So I happen to find the truth. Like the truth is such a broader thing. So I happen to find my piece of the puzzle. So yeah, guys, that's just one part. Information resources, everything is out there. The information for all the technology is out there. You understand? Bits and pieces of it, and the actual framework of it is out there. Like there's so much technology that we haven't seen yet. You understand? And it's like it's ready. People are using. You see this technology that you see on movies. You might think that is the technology that you see in the movies. It's simulated and stuff like that. But yes, some of it is simulated. You can tell. But some of it that we don't have yet, that those people on the movies use, it's actual real technology that these people have made. You understand? I don't even want to say these people, like, guys, I'm not blaming any, I'm not saying anything. I'm this, like, this is my channel, so I'm allowed to share anything that I want to. I'm just having a conversation. So number two, so it's like the lower you are on this pyramid. So I'm just going to show it over the screen here while I'm talking. So yeah, the lower you are on this pyramid right here, like the lesser you know about yourself. The lower you are on that pyramid, the lesser you know about yourself. So there's two ways to get high onto that pyramid. You understand? One way, there's a lot of ways, but one way is for you to find information yourself, meditating, doing stuff like that, reading books. You don't even need to read. I don't read books. You understand? Like I only read books for inspiration. Some sort of inspiration. I know when I need a book. I just don't read. I'm not like I can't even read 10 pages a day. You understand? I can't even read 5 pages a day sometimes, most of the time. So what I find, like the most natural resource of information for me is meditation, and just going through inside of myself, just being absorbed in like the total awareness of this experience, and then I can travel everywhere and find answers. That's how simple I can put it. You put in the practice, meditate, whatever, do all that if you want to rise above this pyramid. You understand? This pyramid has nothing to do with the Illuminati, but those who are there at the top, the reason that you see the eye on the top of the pyramid is because of those who are there. They are much more awakened than the rest of us here who are below. You understand? Because they have all the information. They knew about the third eye before we even knew that it was there. You understand? Before even the scientists discovered it, before anything else, they knew. I don't know who they are, but I probably would have made the same choice. You understand? But now I'm at a higher vibration, so I know I don't need those things. This information, I'm only using it to get from point A to B, and I'm doing it smart. So I won't even tell anybody what I'm about to do, like what I'm about basically, because what I'm about is I'm a pure intention. Like I don't have like bad intentions. You understand? Like I've naturally practiced myself to be be an intentional person. Do good. Like that's just me. So rise above this pyramid. That's the only thing I can tell you. And it's your choice. All you need is information, stuff like that. So number two, reason that I say that, like, why you won't be able to escape the myth. You actually can escape them. Nothing is impossible, you understand? But with the situation that we're having, most of these things seem impossible. They are really impossible, you understand? But with much more effort and courage and intent, you can just escape out of the matrix. You can experience death while you are still alive. You can experience heaven on earth, life. You feel me? So the other thing that I want you to be aware of is the distraction. You see, all of this, like I said, guys, there's all of this technology, right? But all of it is like all of a sudden they decide to allow us to consume, like to allow the consumers to have like only this certain amount of technology. Like I said, there's virtual reality, there's virtual reality technologies, and then there's this primitive technology that we're using today, that we press on over our phones and stuff like that. And this technology that we're using right now, since it's so primitive, it comes with a lot of like it's basic, you understand? You can't do a lot of things with this technology as much as you can do with other things, you understand? And like this technology, since it's basic like this, it's not going to basically take you anywhere in life, but it's going to be more of a distraction, understand? So once you can be aware of that all besides technology, I'm just saying technology because technology is the broadcasting platform for all of these distractions, you understand? They are not really distractions from their root, but when we overuse them, when we are not taught how to use this, then it's going to be a distraction. It's like giving a baby a gun. Obviously they will try to use it however they can, you understand? And then distractions might happen. So just stay away from distractions. Social media, TV, internet. I watch YouTube videos, but I don't watch TV. But I can tell you that even on YouTube, the information that is being shared out there is much more saturated, because the information that you have inside of your heart, it's much more concise. You can just tap into it and understand right away what you need to do, instead of like watching 8 videos just to learn how to meditate. Whereas meditation is just being aware. So yeah, guys, that's number 2 for me. Reason why I'm saying that you won't be able to escape the matrix. As long as you don't do these things, like maybe you might escape the matrix. So I'm just going to give you the last one. The last reason that I'm saying that you won't be able to escape the matrix is because like of the resources. As I said, the resources. So right now the resources that I'm talking about is food, you understand? So the food that we eat now, like it has been genetically modified, you understand? Most of the food. And obviously those who are at the top there, they don't eat none of that, you understand? They don't eat that food that they making for us, that they making in their companies to feed us, for their consumers, right? They say it's for their consumers. Like this thing drills down to so many things. So I'm just gonna put it on that layer, you understand? We are the consumers. I'm just going to talk about now the suppliers and those people who manufacture this food. If they really cared about us, they were going to make this genetically modified food expensive, right? Because it's being modified, right? It's being modified. So that should be expensive. That procedure should be expensive than the organic, you understand? Because the organic is like you just do it once. You just take care of the soil, and once the soil is okay, then you plant according to the seasons. That's all it is, you understand? There's no complexity around food. There shouldn't be. The complexity came when these people introduced genetics modification. You can't modify a banana with a gene that you took from a fish so that it can grow bigger or smaller. That's not what you do, guys. That's not that's breaking the laws of the kingdom. The kingdom has created all of this thing in its power and in its vision of creation. You understand? So when you come around and do all of your shit with that, then it's going to backfire. You understand? Many people are going to lose their lives because of that. Slowly though. And the next coming generation is just going to have a very, very low energy and a very, very low lifespan and a very, very low consciousness. You understand? Even though they are going to be able to wake up. But if this production continues, then it's going to be a problem. You understand? The waking up process is just going to take long. Like, as I'm speaking right now, a lot of people are waking up. You understand? Like, for me, I've always been woke. It's like, when I say it, it's like, I don't know. For many people, they just look at me like, what do you mean? You understand? Because we've been living with you. But it's like, once you understand what being woke is, you'll understand that it has nothing to do with other people and how you look at them or life from their perspective, but it has everything to do with you, how you can absorb yourself into the present moment and then be a creator. You understand? So the other thing, last thing that I have for you is like these drugs. You understand? There's a lot of drugs. Like, I'm even starting to think that these psychedelics are becoming a part of the agenda, because psychedelics used to be those drugs that you use to like tap into other states of consciousness. You understand? You could use them in a religious practice, psychedelic, but right now people just use them for fun, just to tap into those states and maybe do art and stuff like that. But some of the art is just dark and too mystical, too surreal. You understand? So a lot of people, like, when something is that complex, a lot of people won't give it so much attention. You understand? So you're not waking anybody up by consuming all of these things. You understand? So, like, from marijuana to like all of these drugs, you understand? People will say that marijuana is not a drug, but even pills, people who take prescriptions from doctors, if you can tell that person that that you are using drugs, just put it as plain as that. You are using drugs. You are a druggie. You are drunk. You understand? If you can put it just so raw, if you can put it like that to them, you're gonna see that what, they're not feeling okay about it. You understand? Because like that's how the drugs work. They'll make you believe that they are working for you, but it's that thought that these drugs only create. You understand? They create this sense of saying, okay, this sense of belief, this sense of perception that, okay, this thing, if I consume it, is going to work for me. But all of those components that you're consuming, they are just going to trigger a natural mechanism that heal the body. Sometimes they trigger more side effects than the natural mechanism, and the person ends up being sick after a while. You understand? So weed, food, like drugs and food, whether it's prescription drugs or like that, guys, always do your research. If you are sick, there's a lot of people who know how to heal. You understand? Like, the placebo effect, that's just one other thing that like people are sleeping on, and they are constantly going to this like medical prescription doctors and stuff like that, whereas they should, like, the only reason you should go to see a doctor, a professional, is when you're going to take out your teeth or going to do a surgery or going to check your eyes, stuff like that. That's the only thing you're going to, because you don't have the resources yourself. But when it comes to drugs, things that you need to consume for you to better heal, then you don't need to see a doctor. You just need to know what's going on with you, how you're feeling. You need to connect to yourself so that you'll know when something is going wrong. You understand? Before it even goes bad, when it's just going wrong, you'll know if you're connected to your feelings in a way that is like in a way that nature has meant you to be. You'll only understand that when you connect to your emotions. Because I can't even explain it, but I know that ever since I became awake, like my body and my mind and my soul, I can feel all of these in one. You understand? I can feel that I'm basically, those are my constituents. You understand? Those are the things that make me. And I can literally feel them every moment of my life. Before I couldn't feel them. So that's how I know that I woke up. Instead of like saying I'm sleeping, because now I'm hallucinating. These are not hallucinations. I'm very much so. I'm always so. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. And then conclusion, I'm just gonna say to you, like, if you can learn more about yourself, just learn anything about yourself, soon you'll find that your heart is gonna catch up. You understand? That's how I can put it, because that's where you get the answers. Your heart is just going to catch up. And then once your heart opens up while you're reading about, because when you learn about yourself, you're just going to naturally fall in love with yourself. You understand? Or the person you want to become, you just fall in love with your higher self. And then that's when you're going to open your heart. When you open your heart, you'll be able to ask it questions. And when you ask it questions, guys, that's all I have for you. It's going down. You understand? So take care of yourself, eat good, open your heart, meditate, do love, man. Peace. Yeah, stay woke.